right, let's do it.
All right.
Meeting is now streaming live on Facebook.
Be live on Facebook right now. Hey, what's happening, Facebook, man? Y'all know who it is, man. This your boy, Mr. Willie Ray Johnson Jr. I'm coming from my hometown today, baby. Old Tyler, Texas, baby. And I'm on here again, man. We here for Financial Literacy Day number 4, man. And I'm on here with the man, the myth, the legend. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna talk about his cash flow, but I'm just trying to get on his level. That's what we gonna talk about today. Hey, Terrence, man, come on, let the people hear from you, man.
All right, we are back once again. Hey, I'm live here in Anchorage, Alaska, going through the same thing that the whole world is experiencing. And what this is like our day 4 that we talking financial literacy, being that April is Financial Literacy Month. And today, I believe we're going to be talking about something in regards to pensions, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and once again, if this is anybody first time seeing this, you know, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel or whatever the case may be. As we continue, you're going to see different classes, okay, which is very important. So you just want to go ahead and dive into it?
Hey man, let's do it. Let's do it. I want to add, I've been thinking about this one all day. I know you finna enlighten us with something.
Well, yeah, and I do want to empower people because I promise you, man, somebody once empowered me, Willie, and it all started with income shifting. Okay, and a lot of people like, what is all this income shifting is about, right? Well, first of all, money is being shifted right now, right in the eyes of everybody. But a lot of people have a box mentality. What I mean by that, just to give you a, I heard it somewhere, and I won't get into the details, but they live in a box, right? Leave the house, some of their cars even shaped in a box, right?
Right.
They might go to work, might go to school. That workplace is a box. Some people work in cubicles, which is the shape of a what? A box. And Willie, people mentality has been like that for so long because when they see people that leave here, which we all will, they normally put them in a box. So the key to it is mentality. They have to shift their mindset, first of all, to even be able to receive what we are laying down, the nuggets that we're dropping, okay? But get out the box life. So if anybody watching this, please get out the box life and understand this. Money is moving, right? That's why we call it currency, or that's why it's called currency, right? Think about it. It flowing. The question that I want to ask the people who's watching, and you know, to help you understand too, is your money moving towards you or away from you? That's something to think about, right? See, the reason why we want to talk about pensions today, Willie, is what I learned from my experience is that you will retire off whatever you build. You will retire with whatever you build. And guess what, Willie? What I realized, most people ain't building nothing.
Real. That's real.
So here's what they must understand. At what point will you ever be able to retire? Now that we got that out the way, right? It's like I tell everybody, we've been seeing wrong for so long. What me and you talking about right now, which is right, a lot of people are gonna comment, think it's wrong. They're gonna say crazy stuff. I almost said dumb. They're gonna say some crazy things, right? But they have to shift their mindset. So let's just start with, first of all, 2 objectives. If I can help people understand this, if people could really understand the 2 objectives, why people actually trade their time for money. The first one, they must pay for their current lifestyle. We all know that. We need to put food on the table, clothes on our back, you know, things of that nature, right? You got to stay somewhere. But at the same time, you have to fund your future because we already know 1 of 3 things going to happen. 1, one day we're not going to want to work. Or 2, whoever hired us, you know, they can fire us, okay? Or 3, if we live to the rightful old age, Willie, whatever that may be, let's just say 40 years from now, 30 years from now, we're not going to be able to do what we're doing. Well, not me and you, but folks are not going to be able to trade their time for money, because their body's not going to be able to do what it's doing right now to generate that income. So the question that one must ask is, where will your income come from? Which lead me to today, pension. What most people don't really understand about pension or know about pension is that me and you military, so we grateful. I'm grateful for the pension, but let me just ask you a question, Willie. With your pension alone, would that be able to accommodate your current lifestyle?
No, man, I got to keep buying spray paint to keep my faucets going when you come wash your hands underneath them.
And see, that's what most people don't get. They think that a pension would take care of them, which back in the industrial age, back in the old days, probably our parents, that did work. But what most people haven't took into consideration is the pension got too expensive. So the company were like, okay, man, they living a whole lot longer. It started getting expensive to them, right? Mm-hmm. And if anything get expensive to anybody, guess what they end up doing to it?
They get rid of it.
Exactly. So they get rid of it. And you ain't got to be no rocket scientist. So, we just educators, military background. We're not no licensed investor. You don't have to have a Series 6 and all that stuff to understand the simplicity of how money work dealing with pension. So that's when America kind of came up with, a tax code because of the companies. Hey, it was getting too expensive. So they needed kind of like, let's say, a bailout, somebody to help them. So the companies went, to the government, seeking help. So that's when the government ended up coming with, 401k, 403b, whatever, TSP, them letters and alphabets, right? Mm-hmm. And it confused people. But the downfall to it is they didn't educate the people on how that works, right? So the pensions are gone. Now you put the retirement building in the hands of uneducated people. Now, what disaster, what's going to come out of that? They say go to school, but you going to school, get a good job, but ain't nobody teaching me this aspect of it. So the education, when we talk about financial education, it's kind of like obsolete. That's how I look at it. And I'm trying to keep this on a 4th grade level. So any grown person 40 or over, they can comprehend what we're saying. So if they just look and get outside the box, but they got to swallow the pride, right? And put the ego to the side and let the truth, accept the truth and embrace it, but learn, because we have an income shifting membership that teaches you how to do all of this. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And since knowledge is the new currency, remember currency, and if more of your money going away from you than to you, you might want to get the membership so you can stop the money from going away from you. That's what I did. And now it's coming to me. That's cash flow. Okay. So here's the deal, right? People think that the government going to help them by way of Social Security. And whether that exists when we get to that point where we need it, it's neither here nor there right now. But when you get there, what people didn't tell you is you need more than Social Security. It's kind of like a triangle. I like to look at it like you're going to need investments, you're going to need pension, and you're going to need, to go along with your Social Security. If you were that type of person that banking on Social Security, it's not going to be enough. Mm-hmm. But I just want to put some numbers out there to help people understand, Willie, real quick before, and I throw it back to you and let you add on to whatever you want to say. But when it's time to start growing and building that pension, think about it. Let's just use $1 million for an example, right? And just think, $1 million is a lot of money. And most people don't have that nowhere, right? But let's just say a person that's making right now $40,000 a year. Now, when you retire, they're not going to pay you more. So the pension is not going to be what you're making during your working years. You're going to lose 60% of that.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to ask yourself, how am I going to make up the difference? That's what people don't understand how to build. So let's say the $1 million, right? At 4%, let's just say 4% return on that $1 million. That will be $40,000 a year. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So the question I have, and if anybody listening want to comment, and please feel free. This is all education based. Comment in the comment box. If you watching this wherever you want to, feel free to share it, because we're going to continue to seek the knowledge so we can help the people, especially since they got the time to sit down and learn right now. But the question that I have to ask, who got $1 million right now? See, how long would it take? How long have you been working and you still don't have $1 million? See what I'm saying? That's the reality folks must face and realize. If you don't have $1 million, how will you generate the same amount of income to pay for your lifestyle right now? Because you're not going to get more money. You're going to lose, which is a setup, which is a trap to make people work until they die, Willie. So what people don't know, that for those who don't have a pension, because some people have a pension and they know that it's not enough to cover their current lifestyle. What a lot of people who don't even know they're going to get, don't know anything about a pension because they're obsolete, see, they're going to have to build their own. And that's when you come to the 401k, the different tax codes, 403b, those different tax codes, but nobody never educated them on them, Willie, except for the income shifting membership that we have that will allow you to learn, because of one thing, again, that you don't want to outsource is your money.
And your honey.
You see what I'm saying? So that's a question, man, that people really got to ask themselves and think about.
So let me ask you this question, man. Because I mean, I know some people they think that, right now, if they can, take a little vacation every now and then, or they can afford to drive something nice, that, they think that they're doing okay. What is it that they really need to stop and just ask themselves, hey man, what am I doing right now that's going to benefit me down the road? Because you talking about pensions, and us being retired from the military, we already know that when we retired from the military, the pension was half of what we was getting, because they ain't giving out separate rations no more. They ain't giving out BAH, and that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But those people who are working right now got the able body and the mind. If you could go and sit down with them and give them a tidbit of information, what would it be as they continue to move forward working?
Today, right now, what I would say to that person is, we're in a digital age, Willie. And being that we are in a digital age, things are going so fast. So that's why I thank God for this slowdown, this reset, so people can get out of the microwave mentality. When I came into the military, it was a piece of paper that they used to hand out. It called the LES in the military. And on the civilian side, they call that a pay stub. Okay. So they used to issue it out to us, and we used to get it, see how much we made, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then they went and put it on digits. So when they put it on digits, nobody looked at it anymore, because they was looking at their bank account. Well, the deposit there, yes. The deposit there, yes. The deposit there. They didn't care. Long as they had the, $1,200, I think. I don't know. When I joined the military, I think I was making like $900 a month, $1,100, something like that. So long as the money was hitting the account, nobody never looked at the LES or the pay stub anymore. So what would I tell somebody right now today? You go and become digital, okay? Go and find your pay stub. Pull out your pay stub, look at it, and read it for understanding. You will see some deductions. See where your money is going. If you are in the military and you're watching this, the LES, it has a deduction column. The first thing up on the deduction column will surprise them because they don't know, Willie, that's their biggest expense. The first two, I want to say first two, I thought I had my wife LES right here. The first two
lines.
The first 2 or 3 lines is what's hurting them the most, and they don't even know it.
Yep.
Because nobody never taught them. But let me tell you what some people will say. Give them more money. Give them more money. Not knowing the more they make, the more you give them, the more they're going to take. And you can find it right there. That's what I would tell a person right then. And if they want that money, they definitely need to get the income shifting membership because it'll teach you how to get that money and keep it.
But you said something that was key, man. They got to be willing to swallow their pride and be willing to be taught something that they never understood or never heard about before. Because that's what it is, you know. It's the lack of knowledge will also cost you money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then again, it's biblical. And I'm not trying to bring the Bible in it, but it's a book that I respect because it was written way back before we was here. Mm-hmm. And it said people will perish for the lack of knowledge.
And if this ain't showing them that, then you know they're gonna have to wake up sooner or later.
That's that box. You know, that's that box.
One thing that you always me and you, we was talking one time and you said this to me and it stuck with me. You said, Willie, your linear money is not gonna support your cyclical lifestyle.
True statement. True statement. And I'll let you explain it because if you got it, you remember it. True statement.
What was talking about is like, you know, it's just like you was talking about with a check. You know, when the check hit the account, that's all people care about. But they don't realize that money is linear and you got stuff that's cyclical that's gonna keep eating it up. Like your light bill, your water bill, your cable bill. You gotta feed yourself. You gotta put gas in your car. You gotta pay your insurance. It's just coming every month regardless. But your money going one way. So that goes back to what you were talking about with that triangle. You got to figure out some kind of way to keep more of your money so that you can use it for what you need to use it for. So when you get to that point to where the body like, oh no, I can't do this no more. You look over there and it's Monday, the alarm clock go off, you be wanting to throw that joker through the wall.
Exactly.
Come up with a plan right now to put your money to work for you. You're going to always have to work to have that money.
Exactly. And just like you said, you named 6 things, Willie. And I like to show people my arm. So when they see that how the cyclical thing goes, 6 things. This is your income. 1 thing Willie said, 2 things Willie said, 3 things Willie said, 4 things Willie said, 5 things Willie said. You done chop your arm off now. So you go put the rest of it on credit. See? Now you done added another thing, 7 things. You got to pay that back. That's what people understand that they don't get because they was never taught it, Willie. And we just keep it simple. Simplicity. You know, come out that box.
We used to have a term for that in the Army, but we ain't gonna say it on here because we don't want to offend nobody. I think it was KISS.
Keep it simple.
Yes, sir.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Keep it right there.
We'll leave off the other S.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, hey, man, you know, we've been on here for a minute. And like I said, it's always a pleasure, man, to be able to get you on here and just hear you drop knowledge, man, because a lot of people don't realize that in order for you to get somewhere that you've never been, you got to listen to somebody who already there and is willing to reach back and help you. So I thank you, man, for reaching back and helping me. And for those of y'all, man, if you seeing this on my timeline or you seeing it on Terrence's timeline, man, you definitely need to get with us, man, because we have some knowledge that, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be foreign to you, but you need to hear it. You know, it's just like when you first start talking, you know, kids being there talking goo goo gaga, we don't understand none of that. But as you mature and you start putting the words together, it makes sense. And this is what we're doing right here.
Exactly.
But as always, man,
it ain't no conspiracy theory to it. People think, oh man, that could, okay. You keep thinking it's conspiracy theory, watch how broke you be. It's going to come up and catch you. Everything compound, Willie.
Always.
Everything compounds.
Always. So, man, I know we always, try to wrap up and make sure we give the people something to look forward to. So, if somebody's watching this, man, and they like what we're talking about, what's the next thing that we doing? What is something that we can possibly plug them into to just keep that knowledge moving, keep them coming back to us?
Oh yeah, you are absolutely right. I forgot about that. As a matter of fact, we do calls every Wednesday night. All they got to do is get the number and dial in. This Saturday, we're doing one this Wednesday, and we also doing this Saturday. We're doing a virtual Super Saturday. So we're gonna peel back the onions and show everybody the tools, how we get to where we at right now. And that's all. I just learned the education is there, so they could plug into the virtual Super Saturday training. And I forgot to put the link on this, but it's cool. And if anybody shared this information with you, we only got limited seating slots, so get with them and they could get you the password, because if they shared it, they know exactly what we're talking about, because they have an income shifting membership too, which we like to call our it's like a financial blueprint. That's what we call it, a financial blueprint. And instead of what I tell people, Willie, people that think they got it figured out, I was talking to a guy, he called me from Afghanistan, and he want to learn, but everybody want to start trying to grow their money from investment. I told him, look at it like this. Think about a house being built. You got a slab, right? It's being built on a slab. For some reason, you do not put the roof on first. But some people want to jump straight to the investment side without going through the process. You put the roof on and then you try to build on top of it, something's gonna fall. It just ain't gonna work that way. See what I'm saying, Willie? So that's the visual that I want to share with people, because that's what they want to do. It don't work like that, folks. So jump on the virtual Super Saturday, or if you want to and you watching this, you can go to www.incomeshifting.com. When you watch that, then you get back with whoever shared that with you and let them answer whatever question you may have.
Heard it here first, folks. Man, like I said, we are going to be coming at y'all Monday through Friday, the rest of the month, man, and just trying to give you something to add value to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand, like, right now is we living in what they call uncharted. We living in uncharted waters right now. You know what I'm saying? It's a crazy time for everybody. So what you got to understand is you got to come out of this quarantine, or come out of this lock stop that we in right now, and you got to be putting things in place so that if this was to happen again, you wouldn't have to worry like some people worrying and be losing jobs and stuff like that. Got to put plan in place.
Willie, you got some people, I know you probably can't see it, but Sharif Blunt, Deborah, hey, thank you for coming. And if you have any questions, feel free to come in on it. I promise you, we'll come back and we'll answer whatever question you are asking. So we thank you so much for the support, and please feel free to share it, okay? Because that's what we're here for. We all walking seeds, and it just so happened this was the seed that was planted in us. So we're gonna continue to sow,
Indeed, indeed.
So that's what we got. Will, I just saw them, and I don't really know how to go in there and talk to them real quick. I could go after we get off and I can respond. Already.
Well, hey man, you already know. I'm gonna turn it over to you, man, because I like when you say what you say when you say what you say.
Well, let's go ahead and say it then and close this thing out, man. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, like we always say, the biggest room in the world is that room for improvement, guys.
Step in that room.
Hey, Willie, see you again tomorrow, man. Same time, same line, or?
Yeah, for sure. All right, man. Y'all be safe out there. You be easy, T.
All right, you too, brother. Thanks.
Later, man.